You're watching Let the Quran Speak. Now we answer questions we've received from you, our viewers, and if you have a question yourself, you can visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com. Okay, Brother Shabir, the first question is, what is the definition and function of a prophet in Judaism and in Islam?
Now, I would prefer not to speak about specific definitions, but we can talk about some close or general ideas about what a prophet is. A prophet generally, in both Judaism and Islam, is a person to whom divine revelation came. So you might find, for example, the prophet Jeremiah in the Bible saying that the word of the Lord came to me. So some people might take this as meaning that this is a person who is a spokesman for God now. So this is what prophet generally means. One who gives information on behalf of God, God's spokesman or God's spokesperson. Some are specifically designated as prophets. Like, for example, Moses. It says that after the death of Moses, there had arisen not another prophet like him until this day, at the time of the writing of that piece of scripture. So obviously Moses is designated as a prophet, Joshua after him as a prophet, and so on. In the Islamic tradition, it is taught similarly that the prophet is one to whom divine revelation came. And this brings into question whether Adam was a prophet, because we don't know of any specific scripture given to him, but we believe that generally Muslims believe that he was a prophet because God communicated directly with him, as opposed to the rest of us who receive information about God through some other prophet or messenger. And then that brings into focus the question of, or the related question, how is a messenger different from a prophet? So a messenger is thought to be one such prophets to whom a specific scriptural revelation was given. So we can think about a prophet being inspired, but without any specific words of scripture. And then another prophet being inspired with specific words of scripture. So that becomes a book that can be handed on. So that prophet has the special distinction of being also a messenger.
So were the prophets known in their time as being prophets, or was it just something, you know, posthumous, like after they, you know, passed away?
Within the Islamic tradition, it will be generally agreed that the prophets were known in their time to be prophets, both by those who believed in them and those who rejected them, because they came proclaiming that they are speaking on behalf of God. And so even those who did not acknowledge them to be prophets at least knew that this is what they were claiming.
Now, within Christianity, we talked about Judaism and Islam, but what about Christianity? Do they have the same sort of understanding about prophets?
In Christianity, the understanding of prophets have developed somewhat from that original idea of someone to whom the divine revelation came. And a prophet came to be thought of as somebody who might speak about the future. He might foretell the future. So we might find in the Acts of the Apostles, for example, that Agabus or some other person speaks about the future and gives information, this is what you can expect, and it's thought that prophet means that. But the original idea of prophets is it's one who speaks on behalf of God. In that sense, Jesus too was referred to as a prophet.
All right, that's actually all the time we have. Thank you for your answers, Brother Shabir.
You're welcome.
And we'd like to hear from you. Please visit our website, www.quranspeaks.com. Send us your comments, your suggestions, and of course, your donations. I'm Sophia Ali. For all of us here at Let the Quran Speak, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.